through the plentiful months of mushrooms and seeds. They built up the stores so they'd all be well fed through the frosting of the winter that glittered ahead. But Cyril, he lived in the now and the here. He adventured and partied his way through the air. So his cupboard was empty, his hall was bare. He hadn't a mouthful of food anywhere. But wait, what was that? Over there, take a look. A single lone pine cone wedged in a nook. He squealed with delight and for very good reason. For inside were the very last nuts of the season. But Cyril wasn't alone. There were more hungry eyes. Yes, Planhead Bruce had his sights on the prize. Though he had gathered a Monty of Bunty hard fought, Bruce was convinced he was one pine cone short. I simply must have it, he wistfully cried, as he dreamt of the fresh, juicy pine nuts inside. So as Cyril set off on his way to the ground, Bruce, who was also last pine cone bound. They sprinted and scurried, with no time to gamble. They scratched at the bark in the scrambling scramble. But their panic and haste shook the tips of the spruce, and the pine cone, it trembled, and then it came loose. Both squirrels gave chase at a lightning pace. This was the start of the wild nutty race. It's mine, shouted Cyril. No, mine, horrored Bruce. You don't stand a chance. Give up. It's no use. I'm hungry, cried Cyril. This cone is not yours. Stay back, shouted Bruce. This cone's for my stores. It boinged over bushes. It flew through the air. It banged down rows of a slumbering bear. It bounced over boulders, then came to earth. Stop! Then teetered and wobbled and quivered and plop! Both squirrels followed. Oh, the water was fast. Would they learn that they need each other at last? But each was intent on how he could win, so they didn't quite notice a bird swooping in. Cyril and Bruce watched in dismay as the cone sped up, up, and away. Come back, shouted Cyril. There are nuts, exclaimed Bruce. But all hope was gone. It was simply no use. And meanwhile, they drifted right up to the ledge. Greed, it was driving them over the edge. Cyril and Bruce, they had taken a fall. They were paying the price for wanting it all. They squandered their chances to team up and share. Would the nutty young hope simply end in despair? Bruce and Red Driver, they swept past dry land. Cyril grabbed at a branch with a trembling hand. Catching Bruce with his other, he heaved and he huffed, and dragged him to safety with panting and puss. They stayed at the sky, quite lost in deep thought, until Bruce looked at Cyril and let out the snot. Ha ha, how silly we are, he proclaimed, all a jiggle. How great you have been, slobbered Bruce with a giggle. We shall change from today. May us wobbling cease. We should celebrate seeing the both in one piece. From that day and forward, they made a great pair. They would gather together and found they could share. Yes, Cyril and Bruce, they knew it in the end. The best thing is to share a laugh with your friend. The end. I hope you enjoyed the story.